Hey kids.
7! That's a hit.
Okay, we're kind of picking up where we were yesterday. I'm alone today, except for I got Fred here, so not really alone, right, Fred? Not really. We're working with sound today, playing sound files. Ideally, what we want to do is play them synchronously. That's what I want to do. And I want to play with this async and await, which I just kind of became aware of in JavaScript yesterday. And I've never really worked with them before, other than experimentally, even in C#. So I'm like pretty much a noob when it comes to all of this. I did a little bit of reading yesterday and a little bit of reading today, and I'm just checking my sound. It looks okay. And so I don't have a clear sense of how to do it, but I have a kind of a rough sense of what I want. I'll show you what I want to get to. Let's kind of look at the problems we have right now. Right now we have a scenario. Play damage commentary. We call play number, and then we say what to play after the number. Okay, so we do that, and we come in here, play number, then we've got a sound suffix file. Now we created these promises before. This is what we did yesterday, which has actually turned out to be kind of cool. And then when I was reading about async and await, it appears that the promise is a key ingredient of that. And what we ended up doing is we ended up doing this, where we did the play, and then we called the then, and we essentially passed in another function to play each time. What I'm kind of hoping for is code that looks a little bit more like this. Await, play, maybe async audio player play, and then the file name, and the sound file trailing trim milliseconds, like that. So I'm looking for that kind of a thing, that kind of a behavior instead. And so that'll be the first one, and then the second one here. That's kind of what I'm looking for right there. So that's kind of what my hope is, and the reason I want that is because there may be scenarios where I have like a list of things I want to do, and I find the code like this looks easier to read. So that's kind of where I want to get to. So I need to figure out how to turn this play right here, which already returns a promise, right, into something that I can await. This may actually be, it may be already done. I'm not entirely sure. This is something I need to explore and figure out. So let's kind of play in this space. Let's kind of do this. I'm going to get another one of these. I'm going to just take this and duplicate this. And we'll call this async. And we'll make it async right there. And actually, I just want it to be play number. I don't want it any then. I don't want anything else. I just want it to be async. That's what I want. And let's just see if we can get an await working here on the play like that. Because I almost feel like, I've got a hunch that this whole thing might just work. Wouldn't that be like so awesome? And then we need to call this from the right place. And I'm almost thinking, here we go, let's do this. Yeah, I'm totally following my intuition here in terms of whether this is going to work or not. Like this. And now here, what I want to do is I want to call await. Hey, Coding Gorilla. Just the person I need if this all gets messed up. Here I want to come in and say await this dot play number async and pass in the value. And then I want to say await this dot play sound file async. So volume down. Does that work? Why is that so loud? That part I don't understand. The boombox is coming from the desktop. Let me do this. How does that impact it at all if I change my regular volume? Let me know if that has any impact on it between your volume down and the one I just did. So Coding Gorilla, if you just tuning in, I'm like basically going with my, I don't think TypeScript has await, only async. It says design patterns. I think it does. Here are my clues. This is green, and it's not underlined. It's a little loud in the music still. I got the volume down all the way low. Where is... I can do this, but I'm not getting a strong feeling that that is going to solve it. Check, check, check. How's that? Is that any better? What about async and await? Yeah. So my feeling is this: if I've got something that returns a promise, I can call it, I can do an await for it. This is like, I feel like I'm barely able to conceive of this. Thanks Design Patterns, by the way, for the feedback on the music. Let me know how that is now. Play sound file async, and then I want to send in the sound suffix file to it. Like that. So we need to create this piece here. Or I could do, we could do that. We can create that. And then this piece is going to look like, I think this. It's going to say async player. It's going to say await async audio player dot play. And then it's going to say, this has got to be async. Like that. This can all go away. So what I'm hoping for is code. I'm hoping for code that kind of looks like this. That's kind of easier to read, right? Play number then says, well, let's play the number. And then let's play the sound file. Like that. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Wait, what's happening here? 2 parameters. It needs a sound manager. That's a this. And then the delay milliseconds, which we could do this same thing here. This is the delay between the two. And it can be positive or negative, and if it's negative, it'll contract. Under the hood, async going to the exact same thing you did with the promise then. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Coding Gorilla. That is like my... look, at the very least I can write code. I'm not saying it's going to compile. I'm not saying it's going to work. But I'm telling you, this is like where my intuition is taking me. And then for this, so plain number then async, this is, I want to call instead of this one. So here's what I want to do is I want to say this dot plain number then async, and I want to pay us in basically both of these. There. And what's my problem here? Yeah, okay, there we go. So I don't know if that's going to work or not, but we're really about to find out. The problem is if it doesn't work, I'm like, I'm going to need your help, guys, I think, because I'm like not sure what's going to happen next. Where we're going next. All right, so to get to this commentary piece, I need to roll some damage. So let's do it. Let's do 5d8 force damage.
Force damage.
Did that really just work? Did we really call the async one? Play number then is gone. It's not. Was it that easy? Oh my gosh. That is so crazy. That's absolutely, I got to see this to believe it. I'm going to do that as well. Well, I guess we're like, I just want to make sure we're not running something crazy there. Wait, something actually worked on the first try. Yeah, Screechrat. Sometimes that happens. Not every time. I just want to redo that. And let me do this. Let's actually, this will prove it. Actually, I'm going to do a 400 here. I'm going to play number async 400. Then I'm going to do a 500 after it, after I play damage. That's what I'm going to do. That's going to be the test to see if it works, that we're actually using the latest code. Here we go. One more time. Let's do 4d12 piercing damage. We should hear 400 first this time.
20 piercing.
We did not hear the 400 first. So what is going on? Is it we're using an old cache? Play damage commentary. If there's a damage summary, we should be in here. Otherwise, we do that. I'm pretty sure we're going to be in. We get called either way. All right, I think I'm going to have to, let's go back to, my console log statement right here. Let's go open up an instance of Chrome. Go check it out over there. Yeah, I got all excited. It was working. And then I was like, don't get so excited, Mark. Don't you dare. All right, let's do it again. 5d12 fire damage. Inspect console. I got to interact with the document.
29 fire damage.
Where are we coming from? Ooh. I got a 400. 29 fire damage. Yeah, click the document. I got it. Design patterns. What is going on? Why did I hear? I heard the 400. 29 fire damage. How come? Oh, it was coming from, hold on. It's coming from the stream here. I've got the 3D dice layer here, so it's rolling in both places. And I can't. Can I individually mute that out? I don't think I can. I don't think I have the. Oh, I do. I can take my dice layer. Which I don't see because it's not on. I have to turn it on. I'm looking at my sound properties right here. 3D dice. And I can say I guess I could say mute output. I don't have a way to mute both, to basically turn it off completely. Okay. Okay, what's going on? I got the 400, and I got a 404 on 0. I think I know why. It's a bug in here. I think I got a bug, and it stopped me from going from here on. Because, let's go into here, and let's go look at that bug. If the value is greater than, here's the bug right here. This is my my tens number right here is what this is. This is and if I've already said 100 right here, I want to basically say then that means tens is going to be 0. So if tens is equal to 0 or not equal to 0, then we can go ahead and do the second part. That's the bug. So this actually might be working. Here, let's do a refresh on it. And there's the refresh. Should I just not do it here? I think I'm going to not do it here. Let me mute the site a second. I'm going to test it since we're having so much trouble freeing it up on, getting it to be silent on the mainstream. I'm just going to test on the mainstream here and see if this works. Okay. And 5D8. Second.
416. Psychic. 500.
Okay, it is working. That's super, super cool. Really cool. Because now I can write code like this, which is so much easier than the code we were looking at here. This code was this is the code we had, and these dot thens, and then this was just hard to read. I was finding these really hard to read. The cool thing about this is now that we've got this, I'm just deleting that. Now that we fixed that, it's much easier to read. I think I want to have this sound file trail trim ms be out here as a constant out here. And that's going to be -600. I think we're in dice sounds. Okay. Now, what's going on with play damage? Nobody's calling play damage, it looks like. Because we're handling get damage sound file name here. Good. So nobody's calling play damage. I think I want to get rid of this. Just delete it, I think. Get damage sound file name, that's good. Get rid of that. So play health commentary. Play health commentary is going to... Okay, this, I want to get rid of this method here. Instead of doing this, I want just these two in play damage commentary. And there are only these two, right? Yeah. So play damage commentary is going to be async. And we got to get that sound file name here. And this is going to be total damage. All right. What is this return type needs? Must be a global promise types. Promise of void. And then how do I return that? Because my async, is it just whatever this last piece is? Yeah. Coding Gorilla, yeah. You know, it's fun. Isn't it funny, Coding Gorilla? Because I'm kind of feeling the same way about it. Coding Gorilla says, I've not liked the idea of the async wait before now, but I have to admit this is a hell of a lot easier to read. This is kind of what I went to bed with this idea last night, but also with, you know, the sense that I was convinced that I did not fully understand it, and that I was going to run into more trouble today than we apparently have. But this is where I was going for. I was thinking, look, it's so much better to do this. This to me is like, this is a compelling argument for async and await, right? In this kind of scenario where we have to play an audio file, but we don't know how long it's going to be until we open it up. And even the length of it is going to be changed by some trim that we're going to add to it. Either we're going to take something away or add some extra time to it so we can sequence together a bunch of separate sounds to make it sound like somebody's talking to us. I don't need to, design pattern says you do not need to return a void promise as far as I know. And I think that is, I feel like that's correct. I feel like this await does that right there. So I think I'm good here. All I got to do is just say, here's my return type. So there's my play damage commentary, my play health commentary. Should I work on that now? Or do I want to work on something else now? I think I want to work on... I'm going to come back to health, I think is what I'm going to do. What I want to work on next is an attack. So let me show you what happens on an attack. When Fred, for example, uses his great axe and he rolls the dice. What do we hear? Well, it's a miss with a 19. Why is that a miss? I don't think that's right. I also hit advantage and it didn't come out with it. He did not actually roll the advantage. As I recall, switching to another player, then back to Fred, made that work. Let's see if that is going to work this time. Yeah. That's a miss, probably. So on a miss, we want to see 3. That's a miss. Something like that. On a hit, let's see if we can get a hit here. Try again. That looks like a hit.
13 hit.
So right now we hear 13 hit, and then I want to hear damage. That's what I want to hear. There's a couple things going on. That 13 we're hearing in the word hit, I'm pretty sure that hit just happens to be coming in at a particular time, not actually coming in response or in sequence, waiting after the 13 is said. Play damage commentary. Let's go back to that. And where's my attack? Play attack commentary. Play attack result commentary. Oh, yeah. Play successful attack commentary. Play attack commentary with max damage. Play, yeah, it's... So we've got this. Where's the number? We're not actually playing the number here. I think I'm feeling like I want to just write the whole thing from scratch here, or write parts of it, large parts of this from scratch with the new calls that we have. But I'm trying to figure out where the number is played. I think I'm going to have to go back. Let me go back and find the number call and then go find where that's going to be. Play number. Play attack commentary. It looks like it's the old play number is here. Oranog Live is trying to do the test close. We need to kind of, it works better if I open it up like that. Now a test close should work. Try that, your original one. The test close there. That's it. You're getting it. I feel like Oranog Live 4 is like, you know, the most interesting robot that's come into our show yet. I like it. You're probably not a robot, are you, though? Okay, hold on. I found that play number. Let me... where was I? Where was that play number? Play attack commentary. So we play the number here. Then we do this. And we just do it straight after. It's interesting that we're not actually hearing an overlap on it. Oh, no, I see what we're doing. We're playing the number, then we've got the add event listener, loaded metadata. Once that happens, then we pass the duration, we trim off about 400 milliseconds, and then we play the next piece. So that's kind of not what I want to do. So let's change this up to use our, to be the async, use the await stuff that we have. So we'll say this is async, and it's going to return a promise of void, and so now we're going to say await this dot play number async. And there's the number. Play number async doesn't take the trim. Oh, because the trim is coming all the way inside. It's built inside. Okay, I'm okay with that. So we're going to wait play number async. Then we're going to await, or I guess theoretically, I could even do this. I could go to this non-asynchronous call if I had only that. Oh yeah, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do this part right here. And I think this is what the delay is before we play it. So I think if I make these two changes here, my new play attack commentary, it's going to look like that. Let me rename this to say async. And where's my damage? Right here. We've got, there's another problem here. Yeah, I was thinking about following with the damage property. Let's just do this to do follow with damage analysis, or whatever you want to call it, damage announcer. Sound files. Okay, let's refresh and see if this works. So we got to do an attack.
8, that's a hit.
That worked. That totally worked. Okay. Now we're kind of getting control over this. It's also going to be easier to read. Let's look at this. Notice here I've got a damage summary. If the damage summary exists, for each one we go in and call play damage commentary. Right? So that means play damage commentary. This is not the async call, but, well, it is actually async. What's interesting is before, when I tested this yesterday and we rolled an attack that had 2 different kinds of damage, specifically Ice Storm right here. It has both 2d8 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold.
Damage.
That's what I'm talking about. So we want that to not happen. I almost feel like it's as simple as typing in await right here. And maybe the same here. And we're going to need to make this async, apparently. Yeah, there was a little bit of a bug there, Smoofy. You went to close and popped it right back open. That's a new bug we added when we were trying to fix some other stuff. I want to take all of this. I'll take off the awaits here because I want to do an extract method. I want to get this into its own method. Yeah, I think I want this to take in the damage summary and maybe the total damage. That's what I want. Job security. Add more bugs to fix. Sure. And then I want to take this and put this down here. So play damage commentary async. We're going to do something a little more like this. And that, and to be honest, it's more like this part's here. Okay, then we need to go and see what the damage summary is. What's my type there? Yeah. Just using selection increase to copy that and dive into here. That's going to be the first parameter there. Oops, equals null. Let's make it the last. Let's come back over here. Damage summary is going to be at the end. Okay. Play damage commentary async. And then now I'm going to say await like that. And what's my problem? I mean, at the top level, that means I can't do it in a for each, is what it looks like I can't do. But I bet I can do it in a for loop. You don't need or want to do that. I think I do. I want to do it. Well, I think I want to do it in a for loop, don't I? You only need to wait on the second operation down here. No, but here's the problem. Here's what's happening is that the summary has got two different dice results in it, and I need to play them back to back. Can I do a 4? I don't have a length on map. Map.keys. Can I do an await inside the 4 is my question. That's what I want to do. Well, we'll see what happens. Uh-oh, how do I get it? It's the damage. How do I get the first entry here? Is it of... Oh, no. So I was able to get in the for each, get those two pieces there really nicely. The damage amount and damage type, I essentially just named them. I'm assuming this gives me back some kind of tuple in the map. Is that right? No. Hold on. Dot keys. Hold on. Of this is dot keys of I. Now, is that going to give me something? It gives me arguments or no? Damage summary dot get. Hold on, Coding Gorilla is stopping me from doing something. I think he's like, Mark, come on. For await. Sweet. Love it. Okay, let's see if we can get that. Let's see if we can figure that out. So for await, let, it doesn't like that. What is it? In damage keys? Is that what it is? Let's go look at that again. Or let this of. Oh, I didn't see that design pattern. So design pattern says you can await a natural inside the for loop, I think. And then I think we're down to here now. Let key of damage summary keys. No, what's wrong? What am I doing wrong here? Async iterable. For await will only work with a set of promises, so that's not what you want, says Coding Gorilla. Oh, you had me. I was hopeful for a second here. All right, let's go back. No worries. So I need to basically get the damage amount and the damage type. That's what I need to get from my map element. So my get here. Oh, the key is the damage type, and this is the amount right here. So there's that, and then the other piece is here, right here. And there's my await. This actually might work, because I'm not seeing any errors on this yet. Yeah, let's see if that works. So let's refresh it. And let's bring up the great axe. Oh, that's not the one I want to do anyways. Hold on. I want to go into spells. Ice Storm.
7. That is a hit.
Let's go into Ice Storm. Cast that spell. Nothing at all. What happened? This doesn't look good. I'm clicking on console, nothing's happening. Code could be a little cleaner. Yeah, I'm with you. Refresh, there we go. Okay, console. Long in the line, sure. I'm happy to go do that. Let's get this working first, see what happens here. Ice storm. Well, okay. Let's throw in some log stuff here. Make sure we're getting here where we think we are. Yeah, there's that bug again. Sorry about that. I got you though. I got a second one of those. Okay. See if we get anywhere. See if we see any of those messages over here. So refresh there. Refresh. Cast ice storm. Play damage commentary async. So we get to here, but we never get to this. Damage summary exists. Oh no, we do. Damage summary is right behind me. Sorry about that. It's right there. Damage summary exists. But then there's nothing. We don't ever see this. Let's throw out damage summary. All right, let's do it again. Refresh. Let me do one other thing. I did this yesterday. I want to move the refresh button from here over to maybe here. So I've got that. So we can just hit the refresh. Let's do ice storm again. Print keys linked, make sure not empty. Yeah, I'm happy to do that too. I think I just send it up, the whole thing out. Here it is. It's not empty. What am I doing wrong? Oh, the key is not right, I think. Well, I don't know if it is or not. This should be damage type of that index number right there. That might make a difference. But wait, we're not actually getting to this line of code, right? I don't understand why I'm not seeing the keys property here. What's wrong here? Argument of type string. Oh, that's a string. Okay, so maybe that is okay then, as it is. The number it'll convert it. Okay. So why aren't we getting here? I do have. I'm just going to throw out Get a little more data here so we can see what the deal is with the picture. Keys length is 0. So what is it? It's not keys.length. All right, let me go look this up. How do I iterate through a map? Oh. But I can't use a for each. This I could maybe use.
Mark!
You like that? Wait, keys is a function that returns an iterator. Yeah, okay. There it is right there. So do we agree this is the model I should be choosing? I feel like that is the model I should be choosing. Let key of array from damage summary dot keys. And then there we go. Console log of key. What I want to do instead is come in and do this. And if that's a key, it should be of type damage type, which should be that and this. All right, does that feel better to us? What should this be? Constant? Is that what it's saying? Const. Okay. The array from is a bit. Okay, cool. Better. We don't need keys. We don't need length. Yeah, you know what? I just realized my clue was here, that it's a function. Right there. That's what I should have been paying attention to. Okay. I think we're going to work this time. Let's see if that works. Yeah. Well, I actually didn't hear anything, but I did see 2 of these come down. And they seem to be nicely separated. Am I muted? I'm muted. That's why. Okay, let's do this. Let's refresh on the live stream. And let's, since we're muted here, that's good. We'll minimize that. And let's try one more time on the live stream with that.
Bludgeoning damage. 17 cold damage.
Okay, that's not bad. The bludgeoning space between bludgeoning and damage is built into the recording. The recording goes bludgeoning damage, and that probably needs to be cleaned up. But that's not bad. I think what I want to do is I want to delay. Add a delay in here. And something like this, await, delay. Where is dice sounds? Hold on, I want to see what's going on here. Interesting. Okay. Because I also think this would work if I said a this here. We're in dice sounds. It's kind of weird. I think it came from a refactoring where I moved code in or something like that maybe. Anyway, I want to do a delay between those individual pieces there, about maybe 300 milliseconds, maybe 400 milliseconds. So I would love to see the JavaScript generated by that. Yeah, I saw actually when I was reading up on this, I saw some pictures of it and I was like, oh my gosh, my head was spinning with how complex it was. Was it in here? I saw it. No, not here. Yeah, it was here. No, I don't think it's here either. Yeah, but it was pretty crazy. My head was spinning when I was looking at it. Okay, so we need a delay function in here. So we need let's build that in here. Async delay. Whoops, I want a number coming in. Call this delay ms. Number. This is going to return a promise of void. And here, what do I want to do? I want to say I need like a new promise with a resolve kind of thing that we put in here. Though, why is this not working now? Isn't this good enough? That should, I feel like this problem should go away, but I don't know what's going on there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go, I feel like I saw this in one of the Stack Overflow ones. There was a, it's not quite there. It's a set timeout, but we're calling resolve on the promise is what it is. All right, let's do this. I'm just going to see if I can find set timeout. Resolve. Promise. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Nice. I like the name later there too. Okay. So I think it's more like this. Return new promise. There's my resolve, set timeout, delay milliseconds. That's what I was looking to do that I just feel like I couldn't quite get it right. Didn't have a picture of that in my head what that code looked like. There's delay. Why is it can't find it here? Oh, this dot delay. All right, sorry about that, guys. It's me thinking C# when we're not there. Okay. Let's refresh one more time.
Bludgeoning damage. 13 cold damage.
Is the second one 13? It's not. It's 7. Oh, no, it is. It is. It totally is. Looks like somebody was coming in there. I couldn't tell who that was. That's not true, Coding Gorilla. I mean, sorry, that's not true pudding. I said not true Coding Gorilla. I meant that's not true pudding because Coding Gorilla is here. That's what's going on. Okay. All right, that's way better. That solves that problem, right? So these, and the code is getting much easier to read. I'm liking that. So play damage commentary async is now really good. And I think now I want to go back to my attack. And now here's the deal. If I do both of these like this, they're going to overlap each other on an attack. But if I extract them to a function and I make that function async, So maybe call it play attack plus damage commentary async, that, and we're going to make that async, which I believe goes here. And nope, that was not right. How about there? That looks like that works there. And we're going to return a promise of void. And then we're going to say await on both of these. So now we're going to say whether it was a hit or not, and then we're going to talk about the damage afterwards. So let's refresh that. And let's throw out Ice Knife. Ooh, it's got piercing and cold. Sweet. This is a nice complex one to test. It's a miss with a 19. That doesn't feel good or right. It feels like I've got a new bug that I didn't have before. Yeah, it needed to have a 12 or higher to be a hit. Let's see if I can reproduce that. Still a miss. Why is that? And now the dice aren't even rolled. This is not good at all. Like, just everything feels like it's not. What was that?
That's a hit. Piercing damage.
What has happened?
16 cold damage.
Something along the line, some problem caused by this? Really?
That's a hit. Piercing. 15 cold damage.
What's wrong with that? That didn't quite work. So that's what I was expecting the first time. Let's try it again. See if we can decipher what's happening here with the sounds here. Ice Knife, level 4.
That is a 15 cold damage.
That is a hit is happening, and it feels like it's not doing that async in an async way. Yeah. Well, this is not async. So that could be the problem. Play attack commentary with max damage passing in a delay milliseconds here, which is not what I want to really be working with anymore. Play successful attack commentary. Yeah, okay, wait. We're not being called from here. We're being called from here, passing in 0. That's not what I want. Okay, so I need to do successful attack commentary. I need that. I need an async version of this. So I'm going to do this now. I'm just going to double this up. All right, I am kind of done typing in the word promise here. So I'm going to use CodeRush to help me out on this. And we're going to say, right-click this. Oh, really? You're not going to let me add that type to templates? Doesn't like it there, huh? Void. All right, why don't I do this? Let's actually mark this as a CodeRush issue here for a second here. All right, kids, I want to add promise. Right-click this and add it as a type, but to use in templates, but I cannot do it. Let me just see if my dice sounds can be added. Right-click that. Yeah, I'm not seeing use type in templates. Pretty sure we had this working in JavaScript, but I'm not seeing it here. Maybe it's my mistake, but if we're supposed to have it, I'm not seeing it. There it is right there. Let me pop this in. And let me also call attention to the observation offered by Coding Gorilla. Just like C#, once you go async, you've got to go all the way. Yep, I totally agree, and I think the changes we're making are excellent. Totally happy to do those. I want to make this promise void. I'm hitting this a lot. I want to create a custom template for this is what I want to do. I'm going to do T for type, and then PV is what I'm going to do. So I'll type in TPV. What do I got here? Do I have my custom? Nope, I wanted that to be a top level folder. I think I was moving that into declarations. I want that. Still? Come on. Huh. All right. My custom, add a new one. TPV. And it's going to just do that. And that's it. Context, I guess I can say in code block. Do I have that in TypeScript and JavaScript? Let's see if that works. So now TPV. No, that's in the declaration, not in the code block. All right, let's go back and make it so it's just not a string or comment. So not in string and not in comment. And just type this in and it'll work. Let's try to see if that works. TPV, there it is. And for a comment, TPV does nothing. All right, good. Okay, so that's me being tired of typing that in. So play successful attack commentary async. I don't need this delay milliseconds at all. What's going on with max damage is there. Okay. Total damage is there. The D20 roll value. So now we want to say await this dot play sound file, I think is what it is. Play sound file async. good. Then we're going to say play attack commentary with max damage. That's going to be an async one as well. And it's going to take total damage and max damage in it, which I'll have to build. Then over here, we want an await play sound file async. All the way. Jetsum's here to save the day. And over here, this is going to be a hit. By the way, just notice, I select this by hand, but had I just hit selection increase, it would grab the whole string without the outer pieces. And then I can cut that, come up here, selection increase, and paste. So that's cool. So we no longer have that delay we're passing in. The delay, I'm pretty sure, wasn't needed anyway. And next, I want to create an async for, well, I want to come in here, play successful attack, commentary. I got to go find where this is called and change it to this and await it. Like that. Okay. The failed attack commentary, is anything happening in there? Looks like we are doing those. But again, this delay is not needed anymore. So we're going to do the same thing here. Wait, what's going on over here? What do we need? Total damage. This is my delay. So that becomes max damage, total damage. Okay. We're going to do the same thing here. Make this be async. Super interesting, right? Way to solve a problem. There's really, seems like there's no other way to solve this problem without async and await. Really no good way to do it. All right. Get rid of that. Max damage, total damage. Total damage is working as well. Okay. So now we want to say await this dot play async sound file async. That's what I want. TPV right here. All right, that's paying off already. Oops, I need the colon over there. All right. Okay, that looks good. And we need an await here on that call as well. All right, I think we can test. Let's give it a shot. See what happens. No sound playing this time. Well, it's a miss. Well, it says it's a miss. I think that's wrong. I wonder if... I have an idea on why we were having that problem before, where then all of a sudden the sounds came in and we got all of them. I think there's two problems here. I think one of the problems is caused by refreshing the the cache and reloading the dice without resending who's the selected player over. So that's why the miss is coming up. If I were to select Lady and then switch back to Miles and now cast Ice Knife, I think a hit or miss would be detected. But I also think because we're in a miss, it was trying to play the files that it could not find. And because it couldn't find those, I think we still have to fix that. Dice Sounds is here. If it can't find the file, where is it? Right here. Play. Sound file async. Oh, this one also. That's also something we should fix too. Async audio file play. So load metadata comes in here. Here we do resolve. But we don't call resolve if we fail to load the metadata. So I kind of need like a file not found event or some error event on that thing so I can call resolve. I'm pretty sure I need that. Let's do this. HTML audio element failed to find file event. Maybe. What is happening? Head events listener error. That's what I think I might need. That might solve this problem. And so here in my error, I want to simply call resolve. Like that. Maybe. Wait, I think we're okay. Wait, hold on. Where? Yeah, so resolve is in scope. What's wrong here? So we need a... all right, let's do this. And now we call resolve. Okay. That feels like it looks like that would work. What's kind of interesting is I'm calling resolve with no parameters and I'm passing no parameters here. This seems to compile. Let's also do a console log here. Say file not found. And that's going to be the file name. All right. All right, let's see what it's looking like in the stream with these two changes. Well, there's one more change actually we need to make, which is go to the error list. This one doesn't exist. Play attack count commentary with max damage async. So selection increase. I'm going to duplicate it. No delay coming in. Still don't get my emote? What does that mean, Flav Creations? Tell me about that. I uploaded a new emote last week or so. When you say uploaded, tell me about that, Flav Creations. You're not talking about... What are you talking about? Where'd you upload it to? All right, now let's try it. See what we get. So now I'm expecting a miss to behave a little bit better. There's the refresh. Let me change it to another player. Come back to Miles. Go into spells. Ice knife. Oh, gotcha.
That's the hit. 4 piercing. 9 cold damage.
I got the word plus out there that I actually recorded this morning before the show because I wanted to add the offsets to it. Sound effects, announcer, numbers. I got the plus out here. And I suspect
Plus.
We could throw the plus in between the damages. So it'd say 9 cold damage plus 13 bludgeoning. Plus 2, because I'm also going to use plus for the modifiers, I think, but maybe not. Let's try it for now. Let's throw the pluses out. Let's grab that. Let's go find our where we're doing our damage. With our maps. Here it is. And I don't think I need a delay here anymore. Let's try that. Switch to another player. Come back to Miles. Ice knife, level 4. Go.
That's the hit. 1 damage. Plus 17 cold damage. Plus.
Oops. One thing. I have to make sure. We have to check to see if this is the last key. How can we tell if that's the last key? Maybe I get a count of the map. How would I do that? If I got a count, I could just count it. JavaScript key is last in map. It's got a length property. Well, wait a second. Row.map. It's not the same thing. I want maybe a TypeScript map. It's got a size. Let's see if we have a size property that we can work with here. Damage summary.size. Okay, so let's do a, I don't know if this is the right way to do this or not, but let's, size is also a function. Ah, thanks Coding Gorilla, you totally saved me. All right. Num damages is equal to this dot size, and it's a function. Okay, and then no, what's wrong here? It's not a function. It's just like that. Okay, cool. And then we're going to say, I guess we're going to create a index like that. Or maybe damage count, something like that. No worries. Damage count, we're going to set that equal to 0. Then we're going to increment it. And then we're going to say if damage count is less than my num damages, then we're going to play that plus in between. That's what I think it looks like. See how that works. Refresh. Opening here, only one plus.
Piercing. Plus 15 cold damage.
And that was it. Good. So that fixed it. Okay, good. Just realized where I think my problem with it, there was some delay there. I suspect, I wonder if my damages, let's just open up these bludgeonings and take a look at them. I wonder if they do not have, oh yeah, look, I need to do the same thing here. So 0.6 seconds is what I'm adding on to these. So it needs to be trimmed here. I need to trim all of these. Hold on 1 second. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, you okay? You bet. I can do that. All right, bye. All right. That was a kid and was needed some logistic support. So, all right. Let's do we do the same thing with plus?
Plus.
So here, 6. Yeah, that one's working. I did do it with the pluses. The bludgeonings I did not. So here we're at 1.6. That means we're going to go at most to 2.2. Maybe even a 2.1, really. Right there. Kid needs the wallet. Taking after mom. So that's what's going on. That's why we're having this is not quite sounding right. 2 to 2.6. Maybe a little less. This is important when we're chaining these together. So that's bludgeoning. The other one is piercing. And let's just work on these because those are the ones we're seeing in combination, and cold. We'll do cold as well. Make sure all of those are good. Okay, so there's my last sound is about 1.6. So that means 2.2 is the end. Save it, close here to about there. Save it, close. Hey, Gia called and she asked you to tell her teachers that she's not in class today.
I'm a good mom.
I figured. Anybody was wondering if Karen's a good mom or not?
I am.
She is asserting that she
It
is.
is not the day to tell me I'm not a good mom.
Really?
Yeah. Also tomorrow.
So it does look good. All right, so there's that. Let's also get cold up. We'll get the 3 for cold up here. So those are in here and sound good. Okay. Really interesting. So clearly I created these thinking not a big deal with regards to the trailing. Usually that's the case, and I actually don't mind it because I really like this kind of fade off here. It sounds really good. But what we're doing is we need to make sure, it's very important that we make sure that these all end with 0.6 seconds. This I might, because it's got a little bit of signal here.
Sorry. I'm going to pick up a chair.
Yeah, you're just like you in the library at school, I imagine, right? You're just like, oopsie.
I love the library. It's a nice, quiet audience.
I'm just going to fade this out, right? So that just kind of comes out there and fades out. Yeah, nice quiet audience in the library. Like that. All right, 1.6 to about 2.2. Maybe a little longer. Save that and close it. Now, let's listen to it. I think it's going to sound better now. I wonder if I need to refresh or not. I don't know if this is... well, I did. We'll see what happens. 80 miles. Now that I've selected them, I can close the spell. Oh, but it'll probably come back up when I hit Ice Knife. Nope. All right. Here we go.
That is 8 piercing damage. Plus 21 cold damage.
It's not bad. Look, it's getting the data out. The not bad. My reaction to the not bad part of it is it is not sounding like a full-on sentence, but I don't think I want to put the effort in to make it sound that natural. I'm okay with it the way it is right now. I think it's not bad. All right, let's take a look at what other pieces. I want to focus on cleanup. I think is what I want to do. So health commentary, we need to fix that. What's going on here? Was used before it's defined. Okay. You know, this feels like this should be down in dice sounds is what this feels like to me. Let's do that. Let's move this down there. Everything's still good. All right, looks good. Okay. Anything that is, I'm just going to delete it. If we're not using it, yeah, it's all the old stuff here. Can delete that. Delete that. Karen, you okay, babe? Do you need any help? I got you covered. It seems like I'm the technical hub of this family.
Can you tell them why? Tell them that...
Because I don't have the t-shirt that says no tech support today? No, why am I? Why am I? Oh, because you're too beautiful to do tech support.
No, that's not the reason why.
What? You're not too beautiful?
Because you
Wow.
bully technology and it's scared of you.
And then everybody else has normal problems, and you come over and the technology gets scared and starts working.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I think she's right. Yeah. Spoofy says, you bully. Yeah, the problems are not reproducible. Literally, as I walk and approach the computer,
I hate it.
it stops having a problem. Karen's like, what is going on? All right, here we go, babe. I'm doing a find my phone on your phone right now. Good news is it's close by.
How do you know?
It says right here.
Yeah, it's probably right in front of my face.
Jessup says, hey, look, it's sex positive. Or at least the top of her head.
In my hand.
And her hands. There she is right there.
You can't approach Mark Miller. His setup is getting dangerously close to lair. Like, no one can come in.
You used that term earlier today. Yeah, I've got monitors surrounding me. Chung, 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 chung. Green screen behind me.
And several weird shaped control units. So it's a little disturbing.
Yep. I think we're going to do something cool. I don't know if we're going to do it next week or what, but I've got a leap motion sensor, and I've got some ideas for playing with it as alternate source of input. This plus actually an eye tracker as well. So I want to be able to, I want to be able to look and get the cursor right there where I look. So if the cursor is like here and I want to put it up here, I want that to be as quick as being able to look and go like this with my finger. Boom, like that. Boom. I want to create that kind of thing. So I can just jump into a window. In fact, I think I want to make it a Windows-based kind of thing. So it doesn't matter what app I'm using with. It's not necessarily going to be an extension for Visual Studio. I think it's going to work anywhere. And all I have to do is just look where I want to go and tap my finger in the air, and it'll essentially click the mouse in that location. Also, for precision, imagine this. Bringing my finger up, my other hand doing this like a zoom in or out, right? And then I can nail precision very quickly. I think that'll work. That's kind of an idea I have for something fun to do. We might do it coming up. We'll see what happens. All right, this. We can delete that. So now what do we got next? We got play number. Who's calling play number? Play health commentary is playing it, is calling it. We're getting out of that. So now we're going to say await. We're going to say async here. Going to return TPV. We're going to say await this dot play sound file async. Oh no, I got to do a number first. I think it's play number async, right? What do I got? Sweet. By the way, I like this naming convention, naming them with the word async as we're doing the transition. I think that's cool. So it's play number async comes first, then sound file async, and now we're going to say announcer / I think I'm going to go to damage and then look at the word health. And let's record 3 of those. I don't need any of this. So play health commentary is there. Okay. So let's record health. Let's bring up Adobe Audition. Nope. Wrong. How did I get to be the wrong one? AUDI. Huh, interesting. Okay. Here comes Adobe Audition. Turn off the Coderush music for a second so we can record. Not going to give it a name. Health. 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 All right. I'm going to select this bit right here. We're going to capture the noise print on that, select the entire file, apply noise reduction to it. That's step 1. Health. Health. There's a little bit clipping right in there. Health. That one's good. Health. Not bad. Health. That's okay, but I don't like it. Let's delete that. Next, I want to come in and I've got a Mr. Announcer guy default here that adds reverb and pitch shifting.
Health.
There we go.
Health.
And now what we want to do is save these. So we're just going to trim the beginning of this, grab the end, trim that off as well. We want to do the same thing for consistency here where we...
Health.
There's the last sound right about there. And then I want to just add 600 milliseconds to it and get rid of it. And so the cool thing about having this consistent, health is what it said, health. That's what it sounds like, health. The cool thing about having a consistent ending is that we can still get the trail of it, the trailing of the sound effect as it decays, while still getting something else to jump up on top of it. So it kind of helps us in both of these situations. I'm going to call this health 1. We're going to throw this in my damage folder, I think, because it's kind of like damage a little bit. And so there's health 1. Click OK. Undo, undo, undo. Now we're going to grab this one. Do the same thing.
Health.
There's the last sound. It's about there. That's 0.6. So about 1.2. We'll get rid of that. We'll clean up the beginning. This is going to be health 2. Undo, undo, undo. And then finally this last one right here. Is this tool part of Mr. Announcer Boy? No, it's not. This is Adobe Audition.
Health.
Okay, right there at about 5.5. So that's going to be at about 1.15. Okay. That's going to be health 3. All right, cool. We close that down. We don't need that anymore. All right, so now, and this should now work when we add health. Play health commentary is called after a health only roll. I think it'll work. Well, we're seeing how the sausage is made. Yeah, let's see how that works. Let's try it. Let's see if that works. Here's a refresh of the die roller. Refresh the data. Let's go to the dice page. Let's throw out 5d8 health. Let's see what happens and listen to what happens.
17 health.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I don't mind that. All right, what else do we got? I'm feeling like we made actually really good progress here today in this little bit of work that we've done. Get number file, that's good. Doesn't need to be async. Play number. This is maybe no longer called. That looks like no longer called. Let's get rid of that. Play flat D20 commentary. Well, look, we can do that. For flat D20, there's my D20 roll value, play number async. That, I guess I could just do this like that because it's not really. Would be cool if Mr. Announcer Bot had this integrated. Had what integrated? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Let's start up the music here. The voice processing. Yeah, maybe. Let's think about that. Play Wild Magic D20 check commentary. This one is tricky. Let's do it this way. It's tricky because this Wild Magic is checked. How is we getting here? Play announcer commentary. So there's this kind of a bug in here is what I'm finding here with the with this D20 roll value. And the reason why is because when we do a wild magic check, we're doing a wild magic check with multiple dice. Every time I do wild magic, what'd you say?
My phone.
I did it. You didn't hear it? Hold on. Does that mean it's outside? Play sound. Doing it again. It says last seen 10 minutes ago. Maybe it's out of battery? We doing WMS now? Wait, voice processing. Pretty sure I can help with that. What do you? I don't know what WMS is. Is WM Wild Magic Surge? No. Yeah, well, yes, that's what we're doing. And so, hold on. So if we come in, we made a rule change that said, look, if I do a wild magic check, the first time it's one die, but the next time during the game, it's a second die. So there's a 1. And if we do it again, there's 2. So the problem is we're totaling it up. And I think what I want to do on the wild magic check is this. I want to make sure this D20 roll value is either a 0 or a 1 if we're doing a wild magic check. So let's see if we can figure that out. I want to find out. I'm looking for, well, that's not what I want. It looks like we're not actually checking for it anywhere. So I want to go check that. You don't need to check for it if you use Tides of Chaos before though. What's happening? Why is it continuing to roll? That's kind of interesting. I think these are queued rolls. That's one of the bugs I want to go after. Isn't that interesting? I think I can save it by doing something different. Just throwing another roll out there. No, I can't stop it. Can I switch to another character? Will that do it for me? No. I think I know what bug I'm going after. Let me just refresh the refresh it. You don't need to check it for it if you use Tides of Chaos before though. Wait, I'm not familiar with that. Let's go look at this. Tides of Chaos. I think it's the opposite of that. If you, at any time before you regain the use of this feature, the demon can have you roll. Well, it's not really the opposite. On the Wild Magic Search table, immediately after you cast a sorcerer spell of first level or higher, you then regain the use of this feature. If you use a spell slot, you regain Tides of Chaos, which triggers the Wild Magic Surge. Yeah, I'm not quite following the same logic on that. I'm not getting that same read from here. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I do need to find out what's going on, but because we do have that is a problem I want to fix. Before I get out there, though, I wanted to check. When we're calculating the D20 roll value, I want to go find that. Is that passed in? Okay. The D20 roll value. Get for the single player ID. Where's my set on it? Why don't I see a set call in here? Oh, because it's assigning it from here, passing in roll results. The wording is confusing because it encourages DMs to make sure they want to go with it. Having Wild Magic Surge as a spammable thing might be a bit annoying sometimes. Got it. Yeah, it doesn't really, because of the shortness of the games we play, it doesn't really feel like it's spamming. So report roll results is here. That means it's in get roll results here. Total scores is here. Okay, so there's where we initialize to 0. Here's where we add them. And what I need to do is I need to check to see is, hey, if the roll type is a wild magic check, so it's the dice roll data.type. That's what I need. So I think it's like this. If the dice roll type is that, and if top number is equal to 1, then I'm going to say total scores, player ID, set it to 1. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to set it, if it's anything else, I don't care. All I need is one dice with the number 1 on it in there, and then that total scores is going to be set to 1. Otherwise, if we're not a wild magic check, then we're going to calculate the total this way. Now, I think we're in better shape. Let's get rid of that. Let's comment this out for now. Jump back. And play announcer commentary. Okay, so now we've got our D20 roll value here. Let's just double check. Yeah, we're getting the D20 roll value coming in. And now, if it is a wild magic, where is it here? Wild magic D20 check, then we come in here, and now I want to say this. I want to say, hey, if D20 roll value is not equal to 1, then we're just going to get out. And then otherwise, we're going to say await this dot play. Actually, I probably don't need an await here. This dot play sound file async, and we're going to go grab. We want announcer and numbers / 1. What's my suffix? Oh, it's got to be A, B, or C. Get number file. I'll just do that. This dot get number file of 1. I do want to change this to async because I kind of want to also have a something that's like announcer / reactions, like oh no. Something like that. That I want to do. Let's go ahead and record that real quickly, and whoops. Okay. Just turn off the music. Oh no! Let me pause a second. Just stretch this out so it's not. No way! Oh no! This sucks! Look out! All right, so we got a couple of those in there. Do the same steps we did before. Capture the noise print, select the entire file, apply to reduce noise. Let's get our announcer guy, apply.
Oh no!
Not now, pudding. I like it. Yeah, we can do that. All right, so let's do this. We'll grab this whole thing right here.
Oh no!
So there's that. So about 1.5. We're gonna get rid of it. Oh no. Actually, for this, I'm gonna intentionally give it a little bit more, I think. So I'm going to give it all the way to 2. So I'm giving it about essentially 1 full second. So about 400 milliseconds greater than the other ones. So I'm going to call this oh no. Oh no 1. I'm going to put it in new place. Reactions is what I think I called it. There's oh no number 1. That's a PuTTY approved feature. It's awesome.
No way! No way!
We'll do that very soon. Okay, this is going to be oh no 2. We want a full second after this. That's about a full second. I'm good with that.
Oh no!
So from here to about there, it's about a second. What are we on? 3 now? Oh no, 3. Something else that we can do on this is, that I think I want to do on this is I want to normalize this so that it's just a little louder.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's better. So save that. I got to fix the first 2. I don't think I normalized those. Make sure those are good.
This sucks.
Okay, 1.3, so about 2.3, so about right there. And let's normalize this. Save it. Oh, whoops, I keep wanting to paste. 4.
Look out!
And this one is not long enough. So let's copy this, just so we have a little bit of that kind of reverberation coming in there. Now we're going from 1.6 to 1.6. That's better. And let's fade it out right here. And let's also normalize it. And now this is going to be oh no 5. All right, close that. Let's go to reactions and open up the first 2. The first 3, I think. Just make sure they're all normalized. First 2, I think. Okay. Save that. Save that. Okay. Let's double check our code, make sure we're looking at that folder. It looks like we are. There are 5 of them. Like that. So it's going to pick randomly one of those and then play it. That's only if it's rolls a 1. So with that, let's see if that now works. Although we do have that other bug where it's going to throw out a bunch of these apparently if I do a bunch of these in a row. That seems to be the trigger for it. Let's see what happens. Check wild magic. Hopefully we'll get a 1 here soon. Not that time. What? I looked away. Was it really a 1? I didn't even hear him say 1 though. I don't think it was a 1. I don't even know what happened. It looked like it was a 16 or something like that. It wasn't a 1. What's just playing it no matter what? What's happening? What have I changed? I think, okay, I think it's in my get roll. These are probably going to be a little crazy for a moment or two. Remove wild magic for rolls greater than 1.
1.
Okay. Well, we know at least that part works. That part is, there's a 1. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. If top number is a 1, set the score to a 1. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. How we're concluding, I don't think the problem is here. I think the problem is actually, I think it's a bug in the C# file, is my theory on this. I don't know. I could be wrong. I know we've only been making changes to TypeScript. So, you know, I could definitely be wrong on that. But let's go in and check Wild Magic again. Is he going to call it a win? It is. Why is that? All right, let's kill this. Let's go into our C# application. Let's go look for Wild Magic. Butterflies. Wild Magic roll timer. This is part of the problem, I think. Roll Wild Magic handler. Set a breakpoint there for now. All right, so that's where we set the timer to do the roll. All right, let's run it. See if we can reproduce any of this. Okay, we seem to be connected. And let's check Wild Magic. What's this? I haven't seen this before. Path is roll. Line 1, position 64. It would seem to indicate I've got some data here that isn't supported. There's roll right there. Was critical hit. Hold on, let's see what we're passing back from down below. Okay. here. There's my role. Damage data.total role. Total role is null. Why is that? Does CS do the rolling and then pass results to the, yes, it does, of the dice roll back to C#. It does. Hey, Frank. Frank Boucheros is here with us. Bonjour, Frank. Bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Hope it's bien. Let's look at this again. Where are we assigning it? Here we go. Total scores. Get. I think we're getting an error that's causing this to be null. The code never gets down here. Do we have any exits? There's no exits up here. But there's no return statement above. So, or is there? Did I miss something up above? I think we've got an error somewhere in here. And I think that is leading to the problem. I think that I want to go to here and see if we have any errors in this. Okay. It was nice catching a few minutes of the Dragon Humpers the other night. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you know, we're doing our best. Doing our best to make that a good show. Okay, so let's come back up here. And then run it. And we got another problem here. Got some problems all the way to there. And down here, check spell it results. Well, at least there we're passing in a null. If this is like a rare kind of edge case exception, I'm going to kind of change this to say, hey, if this is null, we're just going to get out. I think this is caused by our debugging right now. So let's just get out of here. So we keep this thing rolling. Yep. Okay. So that's the roll result sent back. Now I'm here. I was in a debug state for too long that it killed my SignalR connection. Are you using your map tools, or maybe not ready yet? Frank, I decided not to do the map tools. I just totally abandoned it. There were cool things that we're doing in it that I thought were really great from a UI standpoint, but Tailspire came out with a really cool 3D kind of engine for rendering tabletop games. And so we decided to use Tailspire. It's in beta, but I'll actually give you a peek of it. That's what you were seeing in the background during the show. And let me show you in a second. Let me just start it up on the other screen. I need to, when I say other screen, I actually mean other computer. I need to actually start up OBS on that computer as well. OBS is going to take that game and send it over as NDI over across the network into this machine right here. And I'll bring it up and I'll show you so you can see what it looks like. It's just loading up on the other machine. Okay, and now come back over here, and I'm just going to change my background to be Tailspire. There it is right there. So this is Tailspire, some very cool. When I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to here. It's so cool, right? You can come in, as you get in close, it lifts off the roof so you can see in, and you can drill down different levels and say, you know, where do I want to go? Where do I want to see? Let me grab one of the control pieces. So you can choose what level I want to be at. And as I go down deeper, I can just take off those pieces, that sort of thing. So I looked at this and I thought, oh yeah, you know what? This is so cool. This is what I want to use. So also I have the ability to hook into this, find out where players are, move them around. That's something we're going to do on this show too. So even though we did some really cool things with the mapping tool, and it was going to be awesome for spell casting. Yeah, it's in the Mark Miller private beta. If you're talking about Tailspire, yeah, it's a private beta right now. And I'm trying to actually get a second key, and I've not been able to find a second key. The first one I bought on eBay for a price much higher than what they were selling them originally at, because they're totally locked down. They are not, you know, and usually I'm able to convince the recipient of, you know, whatever my email or phone call to do whatever I'm asking them to do. Because I generally wouldn't make a call unless I got a good reason to do it, right? Or I wouldn't. But I cannot get these guys to budge on giving me more keys. You know, it doesn't matter what I say. They're like, quiet. So I'm left to just look, you know, waiting for one to come out on eBay or something like that, or waiting for their beta to go public. But once I get a second key, then we can give that to the Dungeon Master. The Dungeon Master can start designing their own levels, and then we can also give other keys to other players if we give those too. Once we get to that point, that's when I'm going to start integrating with it, moving the player characters around, and maybe working with camera moves as well. So we can, I'd like to be able to pick something, you know, an item or place on the screen, and then do a circle around it. You know, like the camera's kind of maybe a spiral where we're kind of coming in slowly like this kind of a thing. To do this, I'm like, you know, holding down the right mouse button, I'm zooming in and dragging while I spin the mouse wheel. So at any rate, that's Tailspire right there. Very cool stuff. Let me drop down the level threshold right here so we can kind of look inside. Yeah, kind of cool stuff. And you make these gorgeous kind of levels with very little effort just by dragging the blocks in. So it's got this great look to it. I just need to be able to, you know, get these guys, move them around, do this kind of a thing, calculate area of effect spells, that sort of thing. Yeah, it is beautiful, isn't it? Let's start buying it, and then it says pudding. Don't call them beautiful. Yeah, no, it is really beautiful. It's super beautiful, and I want to exploit it like crazy, but you know, the licenses just aren't there yet to justify the effort to go in yet. Once I get licenses, then I'm going to start going in, and I'll be calculating area of the spell effects, you know, who's got conditions because of a spell, all of that. It'll be very, very cool, but we're not there yet. Okay, so let's turn off Tailspire. Get back to the code over here. We're running. I wanted to see if we saw any problems here. That's what I'm hoping to find here. It would be nice to have an API for you to do all the things you want to do. Yeah, they kind of don't. But there's somebody else who's hacked in. And through that, I've got essentially an API that's unstable, essentially. Yeah, you're welcome, Frank. No worries. Is Tailspire on Steam? It is. It is on Steam. But like I say, private beta now. It's from Bouncy Rock. They're somewhere over, I think they're in Scotland, is what I want to say, Ireland, somewhere over in that part of the world. I feel like I must know somebody who knows the devs. That's what I feel like. At any rate, all right, let's see if we can find the error here. see what we get. And I think the way I was doing that is I was going in and I was saying check wild magic, roll the dice, and it would send the data back, and we're looking for the null. Well, we certainly got the null on it. But did we get any messages here? We did not. This is an interesting message. Total roll is not a number. Let's go find that bug. Back over here, I'm going to hit run so that we don't kill our signal R connection. Use this. It's weird because in get roll results, it's clearly set to a 0. For that to be not a number, well, hold on. I think I may have figured it out. I think the problem is here. I was assuming this line of code should work. If total score doesn't exist, then we set it to 0. But what I'm thinking is, look, hey, if it's 1, we set it to 1, but otherwise we do nothing. Well, I was thinking, if it doesn't exist, let's set it to 0. But that should already be taken care of by this call. Like, I don't know. I guess what I'm thinking, this doesn't make sense to me here, but I'm thinking if not that, then I want to set it to 0. But that code should already be, I was thinking this could fix it, but that would only fix it if this was failing. But if this is failing, then why would we ever believe that this would succeed? Right? So that doesn't make sense to me. It's as if we're not actually calling tally totals. Let's continue. Okay. We continue here. Player ID. What did we get player ID for? What was that? Why don't I see player ID here? So we don't even get here. Score has been tallied. Die is not in play. It's one die out. In play is not set to true on it. Why isn't in play set to true on it? Prepare base die, sets it to true. How the dice are created here. Wild magic check. Wild Magic D20 check. Well, we set it to false when we remove the single die. Where's my flame on? What happens here? No, we're not removing it from, we're not setting in play to false there. So that die is still in play. Add d20s for player. Add d20. Calling prepare die from there. So prepare base die is going to say in place to true. Okay, so it's highly likely that in play is true on it. Are we setting it to false anywhere? In remove die, but that's okay because those are the ones that are not there. We are okay with that. In play is equal to false. Remove die with single effect. It's only when we're removing it. Wait, what's it? This is check attack bonus rolls. This is the roll type is damage. So I think we're left. Yeah, not a lot of, basically it looks like it thinks the die is being removed. That's my new theory. I think I need to go, I need to be looking at console log on this is what I think I need to do. And we need to start looking at the way we're calculating inside of there. So dice length is 1, and the die is not in play. This is my problem right here. So that means we've removed, if we removed the wrong die, that doesn't make sense either though, because we see the one sticking around. Is it that we remove it before we count up and tally it? Maybe that's it. That would actually seem very likely. So let's go to remove die. So we get to here and we say flame on if the top number is 1. All right, let's try that. Refresh. Refresh. There's a 1. Same error. Here we got a total roll of 1. We got this error though, because I think it's coming from the other side of things. That's coming from the streams layer that's still active. Maybe close that one down. Let's refresh the stream, see if it's any better or not. Yeah, it's a little tricky to debug it. We're gonna get the error? We sure are. All right, so we need to figure this out. We gotta shut this off. How do I shut off? I don't want to delete the 3D dice layer. Oh. There's an option here that says shut down source when not visible. Let's refresh it. Click OK. Maybe that's going to stop it from happening. Okay, let's go back out. Throw that out as well. Okay, refresh. And let's do all right, total roll is not a number. Yeah, length is 1 and the die is not in play. That's my core problem there. I think what I'm going to do is, well, I'd like to go, get this quickly. I kind of want to take a break at this, and I want to come back to this later. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a note of this, and that's my issue, and we'll go take a look at it later. I want to thank everybody for helping me out today. Frank, good to have you with us. Pudding, Coding Gorilla, Screech Rat, if you're still out there as well, Mr. Smoopy. Thanks so much, everybody. Let's get you guys to a raid out there. And thanks so much. You guys take care too. Yeah, catch you. Yeah, leaving now. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I'm gonna take a break on that. That's what I'm gonna do. Clarkio, let's go send you over there.